it's really hard to be anything but just really frustrated. I think to come back and play that kind of second half is definitely encouraging, but it's hard not to think that, it's a big mountain to climb. We definitely had a good mindset coming out of halftime. The game's never over till the final whistle's blown, and we definitely had some fight there at the end, but we put ourselves in a really difficult position being down 3-0 at half. And yeah, it feels like we're beating ourselves at the minute. And I think that that's probably the most difficult thing to swallow.
Go for it, Michael.
First goal, just a great finish by Knock. I don't think there's anything you can do on that one. The next two, though, there seemed just to be just a little bit of disorganization at the back. Can you speak to was Utah doing something different than you expected, or is it just just a new look in the back line, just getting used to each other?
To be honest, I don't really remember the what happened. I'll have to watch it back. I haven't had a chance to watch the first half goals yet, but yeah, I mean, we obviously miss Erin Wright a lot. She's a great leader. She's a fantastic player and a great center back. And when you have to take a player like that out of your back line, it's such a staple position. It's difficult. Courtney's stepped into that role a couple of times this season, so it's not new from that perspective, but new for this game and new to what we've seen in the last couple of games. So, yeah, I always think it's difficult when you have to change things around, but all the players that we have in this team are capable of performing, and we have to go back and look at where the breakdown is happening. They're obviously their third goal that's a goal that I need to probably get closer to Lacasse on. It's an absolute fantastic goal, but we can't, be letting teams have these opportunities. And I think it was a case that they probably had three clear chances in the first half and scored all three of them. So, yeah, it's difficult to swallow.
Um, You've had Grayson's had a lot of kind of difficult injuries this year, and I know you said everybody needs to step up, but just how has that impacted? It seems like just the injuries have come at the absolute worst time in the season.
It's part of the game. It happens to every team. At some point, you kind of get the injury bug, and yeah, it's an unfortunate part of the game that you just have to accept. And that's why you build a roster of talented individuals who are ready to step up when their name is called. And I think that that's what's happening. I don't think there's anybody that has had to come into a position and not done a job for the team. We can't ever fault the work rate on this team, and that's one of our foundational pieces to our identity is how hard we work. And the intention is always there. And I think that's why these results are so frustrating because we're not playing poor soccer and there's not a lack of effort. So when you lose players to injury, it creates a situation where you just have to deal with adversity and be adaptable. And I think we're one of the best teams in the league at adapting to situations. We've definitely had our fair share of adversity this season, and this week was probably is for sure the most adversity that we've faced all year long. So if you would have asked me how I intended this long road trip to go prior to being on it, I definitely could have never guessed that this would be the situation. But it is what it is. We know the position we're in, and we've got to take it week by week. And we know that we've got a tough test ahead of us back at home with Angel City coming to the east. So it's we have to take it game by game.
Yeah, Jeff, I'll go ahead and read Paul's question since I'm unmuted. Emma said it's easy to spiral down as the regular season nears an end. Can you speak to the urgency of getting back into a playoff position?
Yeah, I mean, as a player, as you go through the season, you're not really having those conversations in the first part of the season. You're not really having those conversations when the league break ends and you come back. But that's a very clear reality now. And this league is, you know, one of, if not the best leagues in the world for a reason. And it's because it's so competitive. And we're in a position now where quite literally every point matters. And like Emma said, it is easy to spiral. It is easy to pay too much attention to what other teams are doing. And if this result goes this way, this puts this, all the different scenarios. And those are things to worry about as we, last two games of the season. It is tough not to spiral, but all we can do is control what we can control, which is how we perform week in, week out. So I know, the message to the team is let's get, home, let's get back to Louisville, let's have a day off, reset our minds, and come back to training next week with a fresh mindset of we know we're a really good team. It's not like we're playing poorly. There's tweaks here and there. We'll look at it. We'll come up with a game plan, and all we can do is show up on Saturday and put in a good performance and make Louisville proud and hopefully take 3 points from that game.
Probably a small concession, but you scored a really great goal. So just talk us through that.
Yeah, I thought Sarah Weber was fantastic when she came on. I thought she really changed the game. Her hold-up play was fantastic, and she just, draws a foul in a really dangerous position. And I feel honored that the club gives me the responsibility to take a lot of our set pieces. And Emma Sears and I made contact, and she mouthed to me, "Shoot it." And so I took a look at where I was, and at that point in the game, it's kind of like, if I even get this on frame, then it's got a chance. And yeah, it feels really great to score a goal like that, but doesn't necessarily feel like it matters at the minute because I would have much rather taken 3 points and scored a goal. So yeah, I'm proud of that, but I would have rather 3 points.